Hey everybody, JC here with another T&I toy review. And for today's review, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new DC Comics Multiverse 6-inch Suicide Squad movie Batman figure from Mattel. Now this figure comes packaged in the same style packaging we've been seeing with all the Multiverse figures. You've got the red box with the black highlights, the figure's clearly displayed. You've got the Suicide Squad logo up top and the name of the character and an image down below. Off to the side, you've got an image of the character again, and then on the back it shows you images of all the figures in the wave that you need to get in order to complete the Collect and Connect Croc figure. Alright, let's get this open and take a look at what's inside. So here's a look at the figure outside of the packaging along with the other contents. First of all, you get the Croc torso piece, which is the main piece of the figure, and you've got the scales on the back, pretty nice detailing. Now real quick, if you checked out my review of the Harley Quinn figure, Suicide Squad movie figure with the jacket, you'll know that she comes with a jacket piece. You know, there's 3 variant figures in this line, which we're not 100% sure how they'll be released, but they give you pieces that allow you to give Croc a jacket. So the jacket is a piece that just fits over this torso like this, and then you would just attach the arm. So there'll be a pair of arms that you can get that have sleeves on, which you can see here. This came with the variant Joker figure that we looked at the other day. And then there'll be a pair of unsleeved arms in the regular line, and you can see, you know, you could attach it with the jacket piece without sleeves if you wanted to, but you're really, if you use the jacket, are supposed to use the sleeved arms. And once I have all the pieces to Croc, I'll assemble this and we'll do a review of Croc in its own review. So be sure to check back for that. Okay, so for the figure itself, this is essentially just a reissue of the Dawn of Justice Batman figure that we got earlier this year. The body of the figures are exactly the same, and the only difference that I've been able to tell between the two figures is the mask on the Dawn of Justice version has that texturing on it, whereas the mask on the Suicide Squad figure has is smooth. Now maybe the head is a little wider on the Suicide Squad version. It's hard to tell, but it looks like maybe is a little bit wider. But for the most part, there's very little difference between these two figures. And then for the rest of the body of the figures, they're exactly the same. You've got that texturing on the bat symbol. You've got what looks like little straps underneath his shirt that kind of you can see. And then you've got this line work on his abs. And then same kind of line work on the pants and everything. And the texturing on the boots with the gold tips. And the cape is done with that vinyl material. Exact same cape as we saw with the Dawn of Justice. So again, the really only difference is with the mask and how it's smooth. Now, unlike the Dawn of Justice Batman figure, you do get a number of accessories with this one, and you get a pair of back cuffs, and this is done with just a rubber material, so you can kind of bend it there in the middle. It doesn't have an actual articulated joint or anything, and the cuffs don't open, but they're just black and they're made with a rubber type material. You can easily slide it over the hands of other figures. We also get a grapple gun, and this is done with a metallic gun gray, and then the handle is just brown. Again, this is a very soft rubber, so mine at least comes out of the packaging kind of warped. You can see the handle's kind of bent. The sculpting on it's pretty good. This is basically a little miniaturized version of the grapple gun, the Collect and Connect grapple gun that we got with the Dawn of Justice line. You get what I believe is a gas canister, and this is just done in black plastic. You've got a little bit of sculpting detail with some line work up here at the top, and then you've got the little handle up here at the top as well. You get 3 little Batarangs, and again, these are done with a soft rubber material, so they are kind of bent out of the packaging. They're just black, and then you've got some metallic silver on the edges for the blades, and they look pretty good, and fit in the hands pretty good, but again, they do come out of the packaging a little bit warped. And even though you get multiple weapon accessories, he can only hold them in his right hand because just like with the Dawn of Justice Batman, the left hand is closed-fisted. So, you can slip any of these accessories in the right hand, and once you get them in there, again, because they're that kind of soft rubber material, they can be kind of hard to squeeze in there. But once you get them in there, then he holds them pretty tight. The final accessory you get is an alternate head. So the head you get on the figure is the regular mask version. And as I said, this is the only real difference between the Dawn of Justice and this figure is it's smooth. And then to pop it off, it's just got attached to a ball joint. Now the head itself is actually kind of a soft rubber material too. So, you've got some flexibility with the head. The second head on this one is basically, wearing a mask, an oxygen mask, I think. Maybe I think it's an oxygen mask, because in the previews I think you see him diving in the water with this, and so basically it covers the open portions of his mask, and you know, pretty nice detailing. The mask itself is a little lighter black color than the rest of the mask, and you can see his eyes, so it looks pretty good overall. So this figure stands, if you count to the tip of his ears, about 6.5 inches tall. Here's a comparison with other Dawn of Justice Batman figures. So we've got the variant Unmasked Batman, Nightmare Batman. This is the regular Dawn of Justice Batman, which is the same height as the Suicide Squad, and then the armored Batman. Here's a comparison with the Dawn of Justice Superman and Dawn of Justice Wonder Woman figures from Mattel. And then finally a comparison with the other Suicide Squad movie figures from Mattel that I've previously looked at. Articulation is exactly the same as the Dawn of Justice Batman, but I'll go over it real quick. You can turn the head to the left and the right. There's no real up or down movement with the head. Arms are attached with your standard ball hinge joint at the shoulder. He can get his arm out good and has good rotation. He has a bicep swivel, single hinged elbow, so you can bend his elbow about that much. Swivels at the wrist, but no hinges. He does have an ab crunch type joint, but he really can't crunch down very much. He can look back a bit there at the ab. He's got a waist swivel. He's got those side hinge joints, so he can do the splits good. He can get his leg forward about that much, and then he can do his leg back pretty good as well. He has a thigh swivel down right above the knee, single hinged knee, so he can bend his knee about that much. Hinges on the feet, so he's got good up and down movement, but no ankle pivot at the ankles, and then 2 peg holes on the bottom of his feet. Okay, so that's my review. So what it comes down to is, if you already have the Dawn of Justice Batman, then the only incentive I could really say worth getting this one is so you can get the Croc Collect and Connect piece. Otherwise, there's just not enough differences. You do get more accessories with this figure, but I can't really say they're worth purchasing another Batman figure for. But again, definitely if you want to be able to complete that Croc Collect and Connect figure, this is one you're going to have to add to your collection. We'll have a full gallery of images up at toynewseye.com. There'll be a link in the video description below. I think these figures are going to start hitting shelves very soon, possibly as early as tomorrow, July 1st. Some of the intel I've gotten would indicate that. So if you want to pick any of these Suicide Squad figures, you might start checking stores tomorrow. As always, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If you're so inclined, please like the video. Also, if you haven't already, please follow me on my Facebook and or Twitter pages. I'll have links in the video description below. And until next time, I'll catch you later.